Yasmin or Kim, do you guys want to say anything before we dive in?
Yeah, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Escrow Options Group, our weekly EOG University training. We're so happy to have you guys online with us today. We're excited. We're going to have Justin Taylor, our amazing trainer, going to be training us today on Altos. But I did want to remind you guys, if you ever need to go back and check some of the past recordings, please go to Escrow Options Group, our YouTube channel. Go in, subscribe. You can see all the past recordings. Also, Escrow Options Group, your best option in escrow, of course. Wanted to remind you, we have 12 offices. We are in 5 counties. We have 10 languages that are as a convenience for your clients. And we are one of the largest independent companies in Southern California. We're the only escrow company that has an FBI training. We do a training once a year for everybody at the company. And those are just a couple of key points of our wonderful company. So I'm going to let everybody say hello and say where they're from. Take it away, Mel, our newest and latest.
Hey guys, my name is Melanie. I have been with Escrow Options for a couple years now, but I just am hopping on the sales team. I'm covering Orange County from Irvine.
Thank you. Yasmin?
All right. Yes. Well, good morning, everybody. Good to be here. My name is Yasmin Reyes. I'm sales executive with Escrow Options, and I cover the LA and the Orange County area. And I really excited about today's class because, in addition to our escrow services, we can also help with some of your marketing and, to help you grow your business. And so today we're going to talk about, really excited, the Altos marketing reports. And, these reports are extremely valuable because the difference between making a statement about the market or talking about it using the data makes all the difference when building relationships with your clients. And so, this positions you as the local expert and the agent to call when your clients are ready to buy or sell. So yes, good to be here. We're here to support you, and we love to work with our agents. We're really about growing together and helping you build your business, become more successful. And thank you, Justin. Thank you so much, and for everybody for joining us today.
Thank you. Is Michael on? I didn't happen to see. Did I miss him pop on? No. Okay. Justin, nope. Thank you so much. Take it away.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. Well, good morning. My name is Justin Taylor. Very excited for today's training because just like what Yasmin and Kim have said, Altos is one of my favorite tools that we have in escrow and title to be able to partner with you guys as agents to really position you as the authority agent and give you real live active data. So we're going to talk more about that. Before I dive in, Kim talked about it a little bit. If you guys want to go to our YouTube channel, EOG University's YouTube channel, I'm going to put this in the chat box. This is where all of our trainings and recordings are uploaded here. So I'm going to paste that into there. You can go there and subscribe so you don't miss any of those and you're alerted, excuse me, as soon as we upload a video there. And also, last week, I know we had a AI video training. Sorry, I'm choking now. But I had a power outage and unfortunately could not fulfill that. So we are adding that into July's. So it'll be super exciting. There's actually some other developments that have come up since then. So I'm going to also include those as well. I kind of have it pulled up here. I'll give you a little preview. Opus, it's called Opus Clip, where it clips a bunch of videos, and it's pretty amazing what this AI technology is doing for video. So we're go more into that in July. But today we are talking about Altos. So Altos is live active data, meaning the difference between Altos and maybe the stats that we get from our associations or MLS is the stats are for the previous month. So we're in June, so the stats from our association would be for May, right? So those are called lagging indicators, meaning that it's not in real time. With Altos, it is in real time. So once you start, you sign up and you start receiving those reports and you start opening them, you're going to see a screen that looks like this. Now, it's very interactive, and we're going to go through each of these. It's very interactive, and they're updated every single week. The cutoff date is Friday, and I believe they're then reissued on Mondays. So they pull the data Fridays and then they reissue all the stats and everything on Mondays. So you can see here, I believe she said it goes 13 weeks back, so you can go all the way. Again, these are amazing visuals that you can show to your prospects and clients, right? It actually gives them a good visual. Not only is it data driven, but it also has great visuals in here that you can showcase. So I'm going to go through Altos, each of these sections, and kind of give you an overview of what they are. But then I'm also going to give you 7 ways, right? 7 ways you can use in your marketing. Okay, so we'll go through and I'll show you, strategies and marketing tactics that you can actually leverage this data in your marketing to convey that message and really position yourself as the authority in your market. So first thing is, how do you sign up? You are going to reach out to your EOG sales executive. So it may be Kim, it may be Tom, it may be Bernadette, maybe Yasmin, it may be Melanie, right? Whoever that may be, you're going to reach out to them. You're going to let them know what zip codes or cities that you want to receive. And then they'll get you all signed up, and then you will get that weekly report sent to you. Once you let them know what areas that you would like, you're going to get a weekly report. Now, we have a sister company in Arizona and Nevada, so mine's going to be branded a little bit. You guys have gold, we got a little bit of green going on. But this is what the report will look like. Okay, so this is just a demo. You're going to get this email. Hi, Jess, I'm excited, right? I'm going to share these reports. And then each of these are reports that you can actually look at and pull. So as soon as you click one of these, it will open up the active report that looks like this, okay, for that specific area. Now, let's say you are curious about another area or market before you get it added in there. So let's say Kim sent me this one for Orange County, and then I click in here and I want to search for San Diego. Okay, in here, I'm just going to type in San Diego, click little search, San Diego, California, right? Look, as you notice, this is nationwide data as well. So you're not just stuck to the area. Oops, Cheryl, I'm going to mute you. You're not just stuck to your specific area. You can also look at other markets as well. So let's say maybe you have a client that's moving to another market, or we've talked about feeder markets before, right? Feeder markets are those that are moving to your area. So for instance, I'm in Phoenix, Arizona. So one of our largest feeder market actually is California. So we have an influx of Californians moving to Arizona. So I can pull reports in that area if I wanted to. This is nationwide data. So again, you're going to reach out to your sales executive. They're going to sign you up for your local market areas, but know that you can search any zip or city in here. So even if I was going to go to Miami, Florida, I just type in Miami, click search, and you can find all the Miamis across the US, but of course, Florida, view report, and you can see it'll give you the data for there. So again, if you have clients that are moving there, or maybe a client that reaches out to you from another market, you can always pull data for them if they're thinking about maybe selling in that area and moving to your market as well. So I'm going to go back here to Orange County, just so it's a little bit more local. Know that you can search other markets in here as well. Once you are in here and you actually look at your report that's sent to you on a weekly basis, you're going to notice 2 tabs up here, one for houses, single family homes, and then they also break up condos. So the default data will always be single family homes. Now, if you're an agent, because this has come up in my markets, if you're an agent and you're looking at this data for, let's say, medium list price or sold price or average days on market, know that this is only looking at active data. So if you take a look at this and then you take a look at what's in MLS, it's going to look different because you have to put in specific criteria. And some of that criteria is single family homes that are active, okay, no pending, nothing like that, that is active only. And also removing any new home construction. Okay, so if your MLS has new home construction in there, you have to remove that from there as well, and then it will align a little bit. Now, it will always be a little bit off, only because certain times when it's syndicated and all that, but those are the criteria if you want to do it. And the only reason I'm saying that is because in my markets, that question always comes up with agents. So it's better for you to be able to have that knowledge in case you're educating your clients. But defaults to houses, which means single family homes, it's going to tell you the date, right? Monday. So Monday, these are updated, remember? So Orange County, Monday, June 12th, it gives us a little bit of verbiage here on what's happening. So this week, median list price for Orange County is about 1.8 million, with the market action index hovering around 57. Now the market action index is a great visual for your prospects and clients. They absolutely love this visual. This is amazing for social media, and we'll talk about that more in the 7 ways that you can leverage this. But this market action index is a great visual to showcase where we are in the market. Is it a buyer's market? Is it a seller's market? Are we neutral? So the Altos engineers, which I love data, but I could never be an engineer, so I don't know how they do all this. But if you notice here, right at the 30, we have this little white line here. That's where they have determined it to be a neutral market. Okay, so we can see that Orange County is very much still in a seller's market. Okay, so when you're talking to buyers or sellers and they ask you how the market is, you can pull this up for them, whether it's their zip code. So if you're sitting in that listing appointment and you're looking at this information, this is great visuals to be able to convey the message of, well, 30 here is our neutral market, right? It's neither a buyer or seller's market, it's just neutral. And right now we're hovering just below 60 there. So we are definitely still in a seller's market. And we can give them this data up here, right? This is about the same as last month's market action index of 57. Okay, so last month it was also 57. So it looks like we are remaining stable in terms of that seller's market there. Now, it's important to know that this is active data because these are leading indicators, okay? Data that we get from our MLS that's for the previous month are lagging indicators. That tells us what's already happened. This data will give us an idea of what's going to happen, where we are currently and what's going to happen, where we're looking. So certain points here that we'll be able to go through and see, we started to see a nosedive here for relisted, okay, and then an increase, right? And all these. So these are leading indicators to let us know what's going to happen or the prediction of that. But going back to market action index, this is, again, a great visual for if you're trying to get buyers off the fence or, sellers to pull the trigger and sell. It's a great visual for that. They've added this paragraph down here to give you a little bit more information based on that market action index. And it just says the market has started cooling and prices have recently plateaued. Okay, so remember 57, 57 for the month prior. So we're kind of starting just to see that stability in there. So since we're in a seller zone, watch for changes in the market action index. The MAI resumes its climb, prices will likely follow suit. Okay. Now, I don't want to give away too much because we're going to talk about 7 ways you can leverage this, but right here, if I just copy and paste that, right, and take a screenshot of this, you already have a social media post right there. You have something of value that you can post on your social media. You have something of value, very educational, that you can post in your newsletter. You can add it to a mailer, maybe you're door knocking or whatever marketing you're doing, you can absolutely add that in there. But these are great things that you can add into your language and your messaging when you're talking to prospects. Now we're going to jump over here to the real-time market profile. This gives us a lot more data points. And there's on the left-hand side, you can see what data point it is. And then again, they go back 13 weeks. So if we're here at June 9th, median list price is at 1,799,888. And if we want to talk to our sellers, and we can kind of show them how it's still climbing, right? Even though we have a little dip here, June 2nd, we went down a little bit, right? It's still on that climb, right? Or that stability stage from where we were 13 weeks ago. So it's interesting, the beginning of the year, right? We saw a little bit of a change and then things started picking up again and prices started to increase. So that's a great indicator to go through. Now, again, you can go through these and see all those numbers. It's all live data. Okay, so again, once they send you these reports and you click into that market or that area, you can actually go through and interact with these. Price per square foot, average days on market is great. So we can see 13 weeks ago, February 24th, we're at 87. Those days on market have decreased. That's great, right? Things are moving a little bit quicker than they were. Again, leading indicators. Median days on market, price decreased, okay? So we can see that's fluctuated a little bit in the last 13 weeks, rose, okay? And then we're seeing it down again, okay? So we saw it's a little bit more stability, and then we're seeing a little bit of a dip there. Relisted is always a great one, right? Once it expires or anything like that that's gone off the market, temporary off market, all that good stuff, we can see that data here as well. Inventory, you have questions on inventory, right? Popped up, inventory went down a little bit, and then back up just slightly. And also rent. Rent's a big one, right? Rental investments, real estate investment properties, is always great to have that there. And of course, they just show us that market action index again, which has steadily increased and then plateaued a little bit, right? It's been a little bit stable. And we're still in that strong seller's market, okay? So again, you have this entire real-time market profile. It's very interactive. You see all this data here. Wonderful listing for listing presentations or appointments, and also for your buyer consultations as well. I'm going to scroll down a little bit here, and we can see we have some more interaction for these charts. Basically, things that are up here, but will give us a better visual. So defaults to median list price. We can change any of these. So let's go to average days on market. Okay. Now they give us a 7-day average, which with that short time or that short period can be a little chaotic, right? It's kind of that long-term game, even like, investments in the stock market. Okay, the short term can look crazy, but the long term looks a little bit more stable. So that's why they give us a 7-day average and the 90-day average. Now remember, this is all interactive. So the 7-day average we have, we can remove by clicking if we just want to clear the noise and see 90 days. Okay, a little bit smoother. So a little crazy, right? A little bumpy there, but you can see the 90-day average gives us a better view than if we were to look at the 7-day average and see those harsh spikes in there. So again, this is average days on market. So if you're sitting with the seller or talking with the prospect homeowner, you can come through here and say, let's take a look at the average days on market for your zip code, for your area, and give you an idea of how long your property may be on the market, okay? Now, again, you can change these throughout anything that you want to see. If you want to see the market action index, notice the spikes. Look how spiky it is, right? That 7-day average. So if I remove that, we have a little bit more stability in terms of, the longer term visual, right? So here, and then that index went up, right? And then we saw a huge decrease back in August of 2022, right? Was a little dip there, and then it's gradually gone up since the beginning of this year, and now we're starting to see a little plateau. Again, leading indicators, this is live active data as opposed to the data that we get from our MLS or association. That's for the month prior. Okay, that's already happened. This is what's happening and what to look for here. Okay, I'm going to scroll down here. So just know that these are interactive. Okay, so you can switch these back and forth so they can see these. Market segments are very, very cool in the sense that these work well with buyers. These work well. They work great with sellers as well, but this looks well with buyers. So if you're looking for a buyer that is, we're looking in Orange County, okay, specifically county. If you have a buyer that has a budget of, let's say, $1 million, okay, 950 to $1 million, somewhere in that area, and they say, oh, I'm looking for 3,000 square feet or 2,000 square feet, you'll be able to pull this up for yourself to be able to educate them and say, well, for about $1 million or for 950, you're gonna get 1,565 square feet. Okay. Lot size maybe somewhere in this area. Average is looking like a 3-bed, 2-bath. It's gonna be about 60 years old. Okay. And we have to be prepared because those that fit that profile are on the market for about 2 weeks. Okay, so about 2 weeks. Now, if you have a client that's looking for, 2 to 3 million, you can say, well, for that, we're looking for this area that you're specifically looking in, we're looking about 3,000 square feet, 4 bed, 4 bath, and those are about on the market for about a month. So if you have a client that's looking for about $1 million here, okay, and this doesn't fit their criteria, you can come up here and start looking at other zip codes or other surrounding areas and determine, is that area fit their budget better? Okay, and again, these are great visuals when you're having that consultation with them or having that meeting with them and say, well, you know, for your budget, this specific county here may not be, you know, fit what you're looking for your real estate goals for the home that you're looking for. So I did go and look in some other areas, and once you pull those up, you can go down and say, you know, for this area, you're going to get a lot more square footage or a lot more bang for your buck for you're looking for, because based on the data, this is what would be available. Okay, does that make sense for buyer consultations? This is a great item to be able to have that conversation with them. Now I'm going to scroll back up here real quick, and we are going to take a look at up here at the top, the upper right. So of course, if you forward this over to any of your clients, they can absolutely come in here and interact with this as well if they wanted to, and they can subscribe right here if they wanted to, full name, email, all that. But if I come over here and click share, you as an agent, you can absolutely, and again, you as an agent can subscribe to additional zip codes or cities if you wanted to on your own, if you wanted to, or you can just let your rep know, your EOG rep. Otherwise, you can click share here. If you wanted to email us out to a client or to yourself or to anyone, you just click email, name, email, and all that information in there. It's great because you can have a full report or a single page PDF. So if I click the full report, it's going to not only give me the first page of what we were looking at, once it loads here. These are wonderful to print for open houses, listing presentations, all that good stuff. So when I click that and I scroll down, it has the cover page. And then notice here, right? So this is all pushed into a PDF. So now I have all this information for this specific area. And if I scroll down, it's going to give us those market updates for those segments. Okay. For each one, it prints out each one. Remember the drop down? So it's going to do each of those on here. Now let's say this is too big. This would be great for a listing presentation to include in your presentation, or something to leave behind them. You add your business card to it and you are good to go. So this one's a little bit more extensive, right? We're at 6 pages. So that's great for maybe a buyer consultation or a listing presentation. Or if you just wanted the single page, you can click single page PDF here. And it's going to load a 1-page format. And it gives us that first part, of course, that has the majority of the data in there, which is great. It's going to give us that market action index history for what we clicked. Notice that's what we had on here. So if I go and I change this to relisted, and then I go back up here and I click share and do single page, it's going to refresh. And you can see it now shows relisted instead of that market action index. So whatever you choose for these drop downs is what's going to actually show on that report that you pull. Okay, whether the full report or the full report is going to have them all. The single page report, whichever one is selected at the time that you choose, that is what's actually going to appear on that report. Now you can absolutely share this from to your Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter as well. So if I clicked Facebook, it's going to give me the chart if I wanted that one. Okay, market profile gives you some data points there. Again, these are wonderful for social media. Market action index. Consumers love this one. Like this, they absolutely love this one. And I click share. It's going to open up my Facebook. It's going to give me my visual here once it loads. Okay, once that loads, and notice you can add text here. What I do, or what I coach agents to do, let me come back here, is I'm going to take this verbiage. You don't even have to create your own verbiage because they give you that. I'm going to paste that in there, and then I'm just going to break it up a little bit. Okay, I'm going to add some emojis, maybe to the side, make it pretty. Nice visual, right? You can add that information in, but they already give you that content that you can post in there, and you can share it to your Facebook, LinkedIn, or Twitter. All right, I'm gonna go back here. Oops. All right, let me go back into Altos. Perfect. I'm going to go back into Orange County. All right, and we're back into our report. Okay, so you have options to share, and then you can print them as well. Now, Altos, it's wonderful that you partner with Escrow Options Group because they're able to sign you up for this, right? It's something that they can offer you. If you went to Altos directly, I think it's like $79 a month, right? Don't do that. You reach out to your Escrow Options Group sales executive, and then they can get you signed up there. And again, these are weekly reports. You get these on a weekly basis, updated for the areas that you specify. So, you know, if you send them 1 zip code or 2 zip codes, and then you'll be able to get those on a weekly basis. And then always reach out to them if you find that you're starting to work in another market or you want to expand, and they can add another one in there for you. And then once you get that email, remember, it's going to look something like this, except it's going to be gold. And then you're going to choose one of those. So if I chose Phoenix right here, and it's going to pop open. Okay. Just like what we saw with what we were just looking at. And you can access those there. All right. Any questions so far, guys? Remember, it's live active data. So this is leading indicators, not lagging from what we get from our association or MLS. Now let's jump into how can we use this in our marketing, right? How do we leverage this in our marketing? Mary, you won't be able to necessarily search by county. It will have to be zip code or city for that. County is just something that we have on the back admin side, and it's just a good overview for you guys. So zip code or city, let them know, zip code or city. All right, let's jump over here. 7 ways. Number 1, social media, right? We talked a little bit about this. So leverage the visuals of these charts across your social media platforms. You can take screenshots just like what I did here. Remember that real-time market profile? Now, because it's a screenshot, it's not going to be interactive, but it's a great visual to include there. Remember I said add some emojis to make it pretty? This is exactly what I copied from here, the little fire emojis down to the house. I copied that exactly from Altos and just broke it up so it's digestible, right? You can actually read it, add some emojis, and then just your call to action. You have a strong call to action there, and it gives them a great visual for when you post, okay? So that's a wonderful way that you can share this content and ideas to your social media followers. Again, you can take that screenshot, add it to your Facebook page. I mean, you can add it to a Google business profile update. Remember, Google business profiles allow you to add an update similar to like a Facebook post. Instagram, wherever you're putting it, you can add it on there. The other thing that's great for these, and we're talking a little bit more about that in number 7, is if you're an agent that's leveraging video like TikTok or YouTube Shorts, you can take a screenshot of this visual, add it to your phone so it's in your library, and then when you do a YouTube short or TikTok, they allow you to do the green screen, and you can, just like this is a fake background, you can add the this visual to the background of that, and then you're talking about it in your actual post, and you can point to it and things like that, which would be super cool and interactive. But social media, huge, one of the easiest ways to leverage this data and the reports. Number 2 is your email campaigns. So in your CRM, or if you're publishing email campaigns, this is a great way for you to be able to do that. Now, I noticed I took these screenshots. I wish there was a date on this, but this was last year. My county here, my area here in Phoenix, we were at 100. It was insane. But you can, again, take screenshot of these and include the verbiage that they give you in the email that you're sending out. Okay, maybe it's just a market update, that portion of your email campaign that you're sending out. You're adding that content in there, and you're taking those screenshots, just like that market profile, market action index, and you're adding that into your emails that you're sending out. So whether you're using your CRM or MailChimp or something like Constant Contact, you can absolutely add those in there and leverage it. Again, great visuals to include in your email campaigns for when you're talking about real estate and where the market's at. Number 3, open houses. Okay, this is just a very basic template that I put together, but I included a lot of the screenshots, which I probably wouldn't even do this going forward. I would just print the one pager, which would be a lot easier. But you can absolutely leverage your reports in your open houses. So whether you have potential buyers coming in and you're talking to them about where the market's at, and those segments, remember those segments in that one pager where it told you, for this amount of price, the average bedrooms, baths, in days on market, you can kind of talk to them about what's the average in the area, what's their budget look like, and you can determine what areas maybe they would be able to find a home in that would work. But open houses this is a huge tool for open houses. I would print a bunch, staple or attach your business card to them, and it's something that you can they can leave the open house with that's branded to you. And then also sellers. This is great for neighbors. Maybe you're going around and inviting the neighbors real quick, or whatever your strategy may be to invite those, right? I know a lot of times we say nosy neighbors, but nosy neighbors own homes. We want to talk to them about maybe selling their home, and you can educate them on what the market's looking like. And additionally, just like with the buyers coming through, you can leave this with them. It's branded to you. You have your business card attached to it. Maybe you create a little QR code on a flyer and attach it so they can scan it later to view more homes, or maybe a property valuation that they scan, and it takes them to your property valuation page and they can grab an estimate for their home value on that. But open houses, these are great to leave behind, great to have out for people to take. And absolutely, if you're going around and inviting those neighbors in to view the property so that you could talk to them, absolutely can leave them with them as well. Number 4, listing appointments. Leverage these in your listing appointments. Listing appointments should absolutely be data driven. Again, I'm no engineer. There's no way, I can't really calculate how they do all this, but I love percentages. I love numbers because it's a great way and an easy way for consumers to be able to understand what we're telling them, right? Sometimes we have visual learners. They have to take it in visually. Sometimes they just need data to drive the point home, or the way that you're messaging, like the messaging, what your communication of what you're telling them, for them to actually understand it. And these are absolutely huge for listing appointments. So again, I would probably print the full one. It's like 6 pages, and include that in my listing presentation that I'm leaving behind with them. And you can go through and talk about these data points with your potential homeowners or prospects as well. Right? You need to be different down here. I have this as be different. Remember, we've talked about listing presentation. I've shown you guys some examples about data-driven listing presentations. Consumers love to see easy to read data and visual charts. Plus, you will have a stronger understanding of that specific market based on data. So not only are these great for your potential sellers, but these are great for you because you're going to have a lot more confidence going into that listing presentation because you have data to back you up. You have data to talk about the different points, median list price, right? All these different things in there that you can talk about and that other agents are not. Other agents may subscribe to Altos. They may have access to this, but they're not actually leveraging it in their business in a way that can convert more leads or convert more home sellers or buyers. So again, absolutely listing appointments, presentations, you should be using these in there. This is a little bit more complicated, a little bit more technical, but you can add these to your site. They're automatically updated. I'll probably have to work with the EOG team if there's anyone on here that wants to do that. So apologies in advance. And I did not update this part, so don't pay attention to that. But you can absolutely embed these on your site so that they update with live data. Depending on what platform you use, you can absolutely do that, or just take screenshots and add the market update as a blog to your site. Okay, that'd probably be a lot easier for a lot of the agents. So you're going to take screenshots just like what you see here, and each month or week or whenever you're posting a market update on your blog, you're taking screenshots and the verbiage that they already give you and adding it to your site or wherever you're posting that. Number 6, direct mailers, right? Our mailers, is direct mail dead, right? We talked about that before. It's not, but you have to be very different in the way that you're sending it. So if you're sending a physical mailer to your past clients, your sphere or your VIP, right? Those are the people, they may have been past clients. They love you. They would refer business to you. They promote you all the time. If somebody's talking about selling a home, they're like, yes, call Elaine, call Alberto, right? Whoever the agent is, they're going to promote you as the agent. So you want to keep them updated on the market. And again, leverage them via screenshots. Okay, these are great visuals. Don't reinvent the wheel. You don't have to create this. It's really been laid out beautifully, branding and all that stuff. So you can always take screenshots of these, add them to mailers, add them to flyers that maybe you're gonna mail out to your database or whoever. Maybe you're farming. So if you're choosing to farm an area, maybe you're adding this market update information, Altos data, to those mailers. Again, notice that I'm not changing anything on here. I have a great visual. I'm not overcomplicating it. A great visual here. And then I'm just taking the verbiage they already gave me because it sounds good. It gets right to the point. It explains what the data is. And then your strong call to action, of course, on there. Okay, so if you're farming, consider leveraging this data and these visuals to incorporate into that as well. Now, additional to farming, physical farming, maybe you're doing digital farming. You're running Facebook ads and you can add those in there as well. Okay, maybe you're running Facebook ads and you're going to add this visual for that specific zip code or area, and then you can run those ads with this content in there as well. Okay, so maybe each month you're updating it for a new market update on there. Now, number 7, I already talked about a little bit, but video. Okay, so we talked about this before. YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world. Second largest search engine in the world, behind Google. Who owns YouTube? Google does. Okay, so video. Anytime that you can use video content, absolutely do it. Just like what I said earlier, maybe you're taking a screenshot or getting on your phone and you're doing the green screen for your YouTube Shorts or TikTok. We've done trainings on YouTube Shorts. You want to learn more about that, you can go to our YouTube channel and take a look at that. But there's a green screen version that will, just like this virtual background I have, you can add a report that looks like this behind you. So when you're talking about it, they can see the visual. Okay, it's very trendy right now. That the green screen with reports and charts behind you is extremely trendy right now. It's getting a lot of action. So you can take a screenshot of that, add it behind you, and then you'll be able to talk about that data on there as well. It's great for short form content. So again, Instagram Reels, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, but also if you're gonna do a long form market update, you can always create a video with the report on your screen. I'm gonna escape out of this real quick. Let's say, I'm recording my screen and they can see me in a little circle on the side or something, and I'm actually just walking through this and showing them the data. So if you're gonna do a longer form video and you're pulling up your report that EOG is gonna send you, and you can talk about where we are with the market action index. You can tell them, we're definitely in still a strong seller's market because 30 tells us we're in a neutral market and we're just below 60 here. So we're definitely still in a seller's market. If you're thinking about selling or just want to know where your home value sits with what is sold in your area, give me a call, right? I'm happy to get that information to you. Over here in the video, you can talk about the previous 13 weeks, right? You can see where it's trending, where we're going. Is it increasing? Is it decreasing? Extremely important for video content. Now, do you have to do video to be successful in this business? No. Will it substantially change your business? And the answer is yes. Those agents that I coach and work with, that have started incorporating video content into their business, leveraging data like Altos, they have seen a massive increase in their business, not just engagement, but actual new clients. So I'm going to go back to this here, and I use Brad McCollum all the time. You can look him up. I think he's up to like 30-something thousand subscribers now. He's a Calgary realtor. He just got licensed in Miami, Florida as well. You can see here he does a lot of walkthrough tours. In an interview, all of his seller leads come from his YouTube channel, come from his video content. That's all it comes from. So, you know, you have to do video content to be in this industry. No, you don't, but it will substantially change your business. Okay. And using data will absolutely help you get there. And Altos is a wonderful tool to be able to start incorporating that into your marketing pieces. So whether you've doubled down on email marketing, farming, video content, posting on social media, maybe you're doing a podcast, whatever it is, whatever your channel or outlet is that you are seeing a lot of success on and you're getting a lot of engagement on, start incorporating these Altos reports and data into that conversation, right? Into that messaging. Again, it's a huge win for consumers. They love that data. They love the reports. And also, right, you can get this data every single week. You don't have to pay for it. You just get it every single week from our amazing EOG team. So any questions on any of those 7 ways you can leverage it, or any other ideas that other agents may have or have used that have worked? Or any questions on Altos in general? Again, if you don't receive these reports yet, reach out to your Rock Title, or I'm sorry, Rock Title. I can't remember which training I'm doing. EOG sales executive, and they will be able to get you signed up. They just need to know what areas, what city or zip code that you want to sell in. So let me change this to San Diego so you guys can see it looks very similar. I know I showed a county. Okay, let's see where San Diego is. Wow, San Diego's even hotter, right? 73. Okay, so you can come in here, it starts to become addicting. You go through different areas, different cities and zip codes, you start looking where everyone's at, but you can see that San Diego is 73 on that one, okay? So reach out to your EOG sales executive. They'll be able to get you signed up on these reports if you're not getting there. And then please, please, please start actively leveraging these in your business. It helps the conversation. It makes you more confident because it's a great visual. It's data to back you up when you're trying to convert that lead. Any questions, guys? Is it overwhelming? EOG team, do you guys want to add anything to this for the agents? Any feedback?
Yeah, I can add something into that. So everybody, you know, these are really great reports because again, most of the reports that are out there, they're a summary of what's already happened. And, you know, looking at sold data, it's very important, but that helps answer the question how the market was when the property sold versus how the market is today in your area and what we can expect moving forward. So that's the goal of the Altos report. And what makes this, again, report unique, it's forward thinking. And in today's world, what we really need more than ever is the ability to think forward. And yeah, so it's if you have any questions or need any help with the marketing tools and the 7 ways you can market it, we can definitely, you know, we're more than happy to help you with that. I love the Altos report. I know it frontwards, backwards, I can help. And we can all help. We all know these reports. And yeah, good luck, everybody. And if you have any questions, you know, feel free to reach out to us. We love to help our agents.
Absolutely.
Sarah B asked for about the template, the Canva template that I showed. I'll share that with the team and then they can get that out to you guys. I'm not sure. I know each market has specific things that you can and can't help with. So I always want to make sure we all stay compliant, but I'll share that with the team and then they can get that out to everybody however they can. And Julie asked, can you ask a question about Instagram? Absolutely. You guys have me here. Any branding or marketing you guys have questions on, please.
Okay, so Justin, this is Julie.
Hi.
Hi. So let's say I post one of these reports on Instagram, and how do I like somebody else's Instagram post, and then when they open like my symbol, and then this chart pops in or my post will come up. I see that all the time on my post. Let's say I post something and somebody like it. I go in there and see who liked it, and then I open up their symbol. And instead of their profile, I see a post of theirs. How do they do that?
Got you. So when you say symbol, what do you mean by that?
Let's see.
Pull up my Instagram so I can.
Yeah, let me open my Instagram real quick. First, I will go to the heart on top, right? That's where
Yep.
I see everybody's.
But just like here, like this is a post, so we have a little heart here that I can heart it with, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you will see a list of who liked your video on the left-hand side.
Yeah, so you see just below that it says, and I know it's going to be hard because of this background right here, but it says liked by whoever. So if I click that, liked by, if I click the person that it's showing, it's going to take me to their profile. Otherwise, if I click 249 others or click others, it's going to show me everyone that liked that post. Does that make sense? So typically, if you follow someone, it's going to show who liked that post. If it's a mutual person on your profile that you guys follow each other. If not, it's just going to show 249 others, or so and so likes it. If you click on 249 others, then that's what's going to pull up that list that you're talking about.
So what you're saying is, if somebody liked my video and I didn't follow them, if I clicked on. If I click on it, then it would take me to one of their videos instead of their profile.
No, not necessarily, because if I click on Julie here that follows this, it's going to take me directly to her profile. It take me directly to her profile.
I think she's saying in her notification center, like when you first open Instagram, you press the heart top right.
Up here.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So if I click that, I can see that's all your activity. That's all your activity. So then let's say, like, for instance, this person named Bobby liked this photo of mine. And if I click that, it's going to, on the right-hand side, it's going to show the photo that they liked or the video that they liked. That's just your notification center. So that's going to let you know anytime somebody comments on your post, video, anything like that, it's going to show in your notifications.
Yeah, I'm trying to show you an example. It's not doing it for me right now.
If you find one, you can test it out. If you find one, you can always email me.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
Of course. Absolutely. Any other questions, guys? About anything? General, branding, marketing? How do we follow you on Instagram? You can search Justin Taylor. It's actually, for some reason, nobody has Justin Taylor, but it won't let me use the actual U. So it's JVSTIN Taylor. I'll put it in. JVSTIN Taylor. That is my personal one. Sometimes I post on the stories about certain things on there. I don't post a whole lot because I do run Rock University, which is our sister company. And that itself has a lot on there, but please go follow Escrow Options Group on there as well. Melanie, thank you. That's the handle there. I'm going to start posting a lot more content on there as well for, tips, best practices, hacks, all that kind of stuff. So I'm just trying to incorporate that in.
And we're posting on EOG too. We have someone that's running ours, Bernadette. Lucky, she does all our postings, and she posts a lot of this stuff on there too. So you guys.
Is it just Escrow Options?
Escrow Options.
Yeah, so I'm going to put that in there too, at Escrow Options. You want to make sure you follow them too, because they do post a lot of data points, a lot of cool stuff for you guys.
Yeah, Bernadette's always posting tons of helpful, relevant seller and buyer questions as well. That answers a lot of escrow questions that anyone might have.
Yeah, every Tuesday she does Tip Tuesday. So
yes.
Just Escrow Options. It's under Escrow Options, at Escrow Options.
Excellent.
Cool, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Awesome. Well, let's take a look at the schedule. I think next week is a holiday.
Yes, next Monday we will be dark. Our next class will be 5 AI tools. Every real estate agents should leverage in their business. Justin, do you want to tell us just a smidge about that?
Yeah, so we're going to talk about, I know we talked about ChatGPT before. There's some enhancements to that we're going to go over, but there's a lot of video ones as well. I know last Monday that class did not happen, so I'm going to add that into July, but we will talk a lot about video tools in there. If you want faceless videos, I know there's a lot of agents that just aren't there yet, don't have the comfort level to actually be in the videos, and you can create the script, take a blog post or anything, any type of text, and put it into this AI tool that we're going to go over. And it has tons of stock video that it's going to add in there for you. It's going to transcribe it so it's on the screen. And it also has a voiceover as well. That sounds pretty good. So a lot of different tools in there that we're going to go over that you can actually start leveraging and take a lot of pain points off your plate and just give you more ideas and be able to be more consistent in your business. Because I know it's very difficult. Consistency is very difficult when it comes to branding and marketing, because it's just a lot in the business, right? We're all agents. There's a lot of different hats we have to wear. So there's these 5 AI tools that will help alleviate some of those pain points. And then I will, it's a crazy week this week, but I am going to try to get the July training schedule done by Friday and have that posted for everyone. Otherwise, if you guys have any questions, you can always reach out to your Escrow Options Group sales executive. They are very happy to help you, and hopefully we will see each and every one of you in escrow very soon. Have an amazing week, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. See you soon.
Thank you, Justin. Thank you, guys.
My
Bye.
pleasure.
Guys,